Hi everyone, I am Ms. Macedo. Welcome to our lesson. Today we are going to learn about biography and autobiography. Are you ready? In this lesson, you'll be able to learn about biographies and autobiographies. You will also be able to learn the difference between autobiographies and biographies. Are you ready? Let's start. Let us first look at autobiography. Let's break down the words. The word auto comes from the Greek word for self. Bio comes from the Greek word for life. And graphy comes from the Greek word for I write. So an autobiography means writing about yourself. An autobiography is written in the first person. The narrator always tells the story from their own point of view. For example, my earliest memory is when I fell down the stairs aged 3.5. My mom had me playing. Notes that it is all written in first person. An autobiography includes birth information, family, friends, neighborhood, hobbies, major life events, and goals for the future. So remember, in autobiography, you write about yourself. I am going to share with you an example of my autobiography. Let's look at it together. My story, my autobiography. My name is Ms. Macedo. I was born in Brazil. I live in New York. I am a teacher. I have a puppy. I like writing and teaching. Now, let's take a look at biography. What's a biography? A biography is a book that tells about a person's life. Look at the breakdown. Biography. It doesn't have the prefix auto. So you have bio, which means life, and graphy, which means writing. So a biography is a book that tells about a person's life. The purpose of the biography is to inform and inspire the readers of an exceptional person's life. So you can read about someone and get very interested and inspired about that person. Throughout the biography, the readers witness their struggles and achievements in life. So when you are reading someone's autobiography, you will read about the accomplishments, the great things they did, and you will also learn about the struggles, the hard times they went through. Let's look at some examples of biographies. Biographies can be about people from history, for example, George Washington, a president, can also be about a civil rights activist, Martin Luther King Jr., and it can also be about people who are alive. For example, Barack Obama, a former president, and LeBron James, a basketball player, very famous. What should be in a biography? In a biography, you should include birth date, birthplace, family members, childhood and education of the person, hobbies. What are hobbies? Are things that you like to do. For example, writing and reading are my hobbies, are things that I do for fun. Career, what type of job the person has. Marriage, is that person married or single? Family and other significant events, things that that person accomplished. Famous contributions and challenges. And if the person is no longer alive, the death, usually the death date, when that person died, and why. Now, let's take a look at biography and autobiography side by side. Biography is written in the third person point of view. So you will say she, he, or they. For example, she was an artist. I know that this is a biography because it is using third person point of view. She was an artist. In the autobiography, it is written in first person point of view because I write about myself, so I will use the word I. And in this case, my story. Let's continue looking at biography and autobiography side by side. Biography is a story about someone's life written by someone else. So look, we can see here this person who writing about someone else. Now, let's look at autobiography, a story about someone's life written by that person. So in this case, this person is writing about themselves. Okay? So take a look. A biography, someone else who writes the story of Leo's life. So we're looking at Leo's life. So in a biography, someone else writes the story of Leo's life. In an autobiography, Leo writes the story of his own life because it's about him. Let's look at this example. Here we have an example of an autobiography and a biography. They are both about Bill Clinton, a former US president. But in the first picture, as you can see, it says, "My life, Bill Clinton." This is an autobiography because he's saying my life. So he's talking about him. It's an autobiography. He wrote it. In this example, it is a biography because look, first in his class, so you see someone else is writing about him. So it's the biography of Bill Clinton and is written by someone else. Look at the name of the author. So this person who wrote about Bill Clinton. For this reason, this is a biography. I am including with this video this worksheet that has biography and autobiography side by side. And you can go over it. They are all, in both biography and autobiography includes facts, may include places and date of birth, tells important events from a person's life. Now, a biography is written by someone about someone else's life. And an autobiography is written by the person about their own life. This is the main difference. An example here, in a biography, Abraham Lincoln's life by John Williams. This is a biography because John Williams wrote about Abraham Lincoln's life. And in this example is in an autobiography, My Life by Abraham Lincoln. Abraham wrote about his own life. For this reason, this is an autobiography. Now, let's check your knowledge. Let's see if you learned. Is this an example of a biography or an autobiography? Take a look at it. My Life, Bill Clinton. Tell someone next to you if this is a biography or an autobiography. Also, look at this. Is this a biography or an autobiography? Look at the title, The Life of Abraham Lincoln. And you have the author's name. And I'm also including this worksheet where you're going to fill it out. Okay, so in this lesson, we learned about biographies and autobiographies. Thank you.